Well, there's four criteria that I have in my head, and I've taught to people who are both in traditional and contemporary worship environments. The first thing is, do guests and members alike experience an active welcome when they walk in your building? In other words, however you do it, do people who walk in and for worship, do they have a sense that we've been preparing for them and we're glad they're here? And that follows into the next one, and that would be that do they experience a safe and shame-free environment? And that's particularly the case with people who would be there maybe for the first time, because there's all kinds of ways for people to feel bad. Everything from being put down in the sermon to being confused by the worship flow, to if you have a bulletin that doesn't make any sense, to getting lost in the building when trying to find the restroom. All that stuff makes people feel stupid and dumb. And rather what we want to do is make sure they feel safe and welcome, so they don't ever feel like we're looking down on them. And then if that's done, then we have the opportunity to communicate the truth and love of Jesus which in Lutheran language would be law and gospel. In other words, that they discover what God has for them, and then discover also what's getting in the way of receiving what God has for them, and how Jesus has taken care of that. And then also the new life that Jesus offers. And finally, that not just be a head game, that be transformative, that it be also something that's going on in their lives, in their heart, their places where they form attitudes and values, so that this experience of Jesus would be transformative. And again, that can't happen if they're all stuck on negotiating the bulletin or the sermon, or they felt somehow trashed in the sermon for whatever reason.
Okay.